Yeah, hi. Good morning and good evening. Sorry, yesterday we don't have class because some network issues there with me. Okay, so yeah. So now we'll start. Let me share my screen. Okay, so here I have loaded the CSS project and all the files, and I also start live server. I keep it here. Okay, so I start live server and it's open. And see here. In the last class, we discussed about the HTML. So I think we finished the HTML with the last documentation websites, HTML and CSS, that one. And the CSS also we finished some of the files.
Sir,
Like
before we
yeah,
start,
huh,
sir, excuse me,
huh,
sir.
huh.
Before we start, I want to say something, sir.
Yeah, tell
Uh,
me.
Practicing, but I could not connect the style.css to, I could not link, sir.
Which one styles are?
Yes, sir, styles.css.
With what?
HTML for job application as well as for website, both.
Okay. Uh, Simple now. One second, I show you like this. See, let me create a new directory, some sample. See, in this, I create new HTML. So let's say something called again sample dot HTML. See, in sample, I have sample dot HTML, some sample page. Let me open this. Yeah, in the sample dot HTML. Okay, fine. So in sample, I write something like H1. Uh, Sorry, let's say hello. Morning. So what happened? It display good morning like this. Okay, if you want
Yeah.
to add some styles, you have to create a file. So how you create it? Simple. In this folder, right click, new style sheets. Just give a name called styles, and make sure you select the CSS file here. And you got the styles.css. So now in this, if I say h1, let me give some background color, some orange, red. It's not apply because you have HTML come some contents and the style.css you have some styles here, but both are not linked together. That's why styles has not applied. So how you
Yeah, I
link?
linked.
Ah,
I linked, sir.
link is like you can just do like the shortcut LINK tag.
Stack.
Okay, so for href just do control space. You have this style.css.
Yeah.
This one. So if you give this, styles will come. And
Yeah.
please also cross check is that name something wrong because if I give something styles ss no, it says that cannot resolve the file. Some warning
Yeah,
says
cannot,
this thing.
same thing, cannot resolve this file.
That means your file name is something different and you given some different name.
Oh,
So that's the problem. See, it says cannot resolve the file. It means there is no styles ss.css, right? So I remove it. Do simple. Just do control space. You get directly now.
yes,
So just please also cross check the spelling. Maybe sometimes it
yes.
happens. Just more character will add. So now see, no warning. It means connected. Just check this one, okay? Exactly same name or not.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you. Now, so one second. Last class we discussed up to vertical navigation bar. I hope so. Let me open. Yep. So vertical navigation. Yeah, this sidebar. Okay, so this sidebar we discussed. So now let's discuss the nav bar, the horizontal navigation bar. Let me open this, and I don't want this font awesome and all. It's, oh, it's already there code. How come?
We did the navigation, sir.
In HTML, I think we did, but CSS, I
Yes.
think we have not done. Correct? These things has not done. Mm, okay, fine. So I just tell you. So it should be like this because I think you already have a, I don't know, by mistake you got the complete file. Okay. So now let's see this. Let's convert this like a proper header and navbar. Okay, in this example, and the main intention here is I want to stick the navbar to the top. Okay, so see here. I have a header with a class called main header, and I have a h1 UI based technologies. So this one I want to display looks like a header. So what I can do is see dot main header. Let me give some background image. Let's go with the shortcut background white and the URL. Just say img folder slash I think image 4.jpg. So I think no repeats. No repeat. Scroll top. Okay, I got something, and I want to change the color. Just say color white, and let me give some space. That's the padding. So padding some 12 pixels. Okay, so I got a simple header, and below that I have a navbar. So navbar code I have done like a just navbar main nav, and which contains all the anchor tags. So you have to convert this like a proper navbar and stick to the top. Okay, so let's see how to convert this to the navbar again. That's a nav with a class called main nav. So what I do is dot main nav. Uh, I go with some combination of colors or something. So background linear gradients, some 45 degrees, comma, some black and some dark slate gray color. Okay, and now the color, not color. Let's add some padding, adding some 5 pixels. Okay, let's also add some box shadow, 10 pixels and the black. Okay, so now let's say dot main nav space a for anchor tag. Anchor tag I change like color white, and I want to remove this underline, that is text to decoration none. Okay, let me increase the font size a bit, that is font size some 18 pixels. Okay, and let me give the gap, that's a padding. So padding some 10 pixels and 25 pixels like this. Okay, and the very important thing you have to give is display inline block. Okay, fine. And let's also make the hover effect, because if you hover on each anchor tag some colors. So yeah, dot main nav space a colon hover. If I hover on each anchor tags, I want some background color. I go with the combination background linear gradients, some 45 degrees, and okay, go with something called orange red, comma dark slate gray color. Okay, so I got some hover effect, and let's make this as slight rounded. So that's a border radius, 50 pixels. Okay, so it is rounded now. And let's also make the active link. So home should be active. So how to make the active link is, so I have already given the class active for the home. So you can select that. That is dot main nav space a anchor tag with a class called active. So a dot active. So I want the same styles, only the color change. So this is I want some, this I need some dark red color. Okay, for active link. Now check, see, for active link this color, for all other hover effects this color. Fine. So now we got a header and the navbar. and then this one. So welcome to our page, and this content is, some gap is required here because it's very corner. So do one thing. See this whole content. We have a division with a class called main content. So for the main content, I want to give some padding and some colors. Okay, so below here dot main content, and here let me give some padding, some 20 pixels. Okay, and see some heading is there. This is the h1 tag of the same. Okay, let me give some color or something for here. So welcome to our page. That's the h1 tag. So dot main content space h1. The font size from 35 pixels. Okay, good. And this paragraph, last one. I say the dot main content space p. The font size I go with some 18 pixels, and okay, enough. Footer null not required. Actually, the main intention here is, see, I have a navbar and I have a header. So now, if I just uh, moving my the scroll bar, it just going like this, right? So what I want is, I want this navbar to stick to the top. Once it is stick to the top zero position, and the remaining content has to just go like that. Okay, so that's the plan. So I want this to be stick to the top. So how to stick to top is, go to your main nav. Yeah, here. Let me write a comment extra here. So stick to top. So let's say position sticky and top 0. So position sticky, top 0. So sticky position at the top 0 position. So now check, see, it is like this. If I scroll to the bottom, it stick there and the content is moving. It is like this. Okay, fine. And one more thing, and some websites what happen, if it is stick to the top and content is moving, but you can see this content from here. It means this background color can be transparent, so that you can see the content which is going from the background. What I mean to say is, instead of giving this linear gradient, you can go with a normal color with uh, uh, what you call the transparent color. So I go with background color, some RGBA 000 0.5. So half transparent, half color. So if I give the transparent color, what happens is, see, it is like this. If I just drag to the bottom, see the content is visible through that. If it is too light, you can make something 0.8. Okay, it's black now, but still you can see the content over there. See, content is visible because this is the transparent color, so you can see the content through the nav. Okay, fine. This is about uh, a navbar, sticky navbar. Okay, that's so simple. And close this. Next, we'll have to discuss actually. One second. Yeah, actually, we have to discuss the landing page. But before we have to understand the landing page, you should know the concept called flexbox. So if you know the flexbox concept, then you clearly understand the landing page. So I'll just skip this as of now. So once we finish the flexbox, I'll come back to landing page and display. And then we'll discuss an important file called CSS forms. Okay, some content is there also here. Okay, so CSS forms. One more thing. Before we understand the CSS forms, I tell you how to display some icons. Okay, yeah, back to the same page. I forgot how to display the icons here, because many websites are having a lot of, they're using a lot of icons, right? So how you display icons is, there is a website, there is a website, uh, Font Awesome. You can just type Font Awesome Yeah, this is the website which can give you the icons. So let me open the font awesome. Okay, so this is a font awesome website. So if you just click on this icons, just click on the icons. Yeah, see here, there are some 7,345 icons are available for us. So like these many icons, like Airbnb symbol, some adversal Adobe, like a lot of things, and they have given categorization like beverage and buildings, business, charity, like chart, and something like I think finance. I show you one. Mm, Shopping, yeah. If you click on shopping, the shopping like things. So what discount barcode, the shopping cart symbol, and some gift box symbol, and some person booth symbol, and some courier symbol, and like that. And if you do some payments, I think some payments also there. Yeah, payment and shopping. So which contains the payment related information like see Alipay, Alibaba, and Apple Pay, Amazon Pay, uh, like American Express, PayPal, Visa, so all this. Okay, so they're all icons. You have a lot of categorization. I just showed only two. So these icons, how to add to your website. So how to add this to your website is you have a link. So if you go here first, there's a start button, and you just click on this link. Yeah. So when you click on the start, you get some get started for free. So you will get one link that will be added to the your HTML. So here what you do is you have to give your HTML. Sorry, you have to give your email address. So let me give my email address. Just you can send me the code. We just sent it link to this one. Verify your address and we'll get all set up. Okay, okay. Let me open email. Okay, I got this confirmation from the font awesome. Yeah. So you will get this type of email once you enter your email over there. Okay. So you are so close using the first font awesome kit and click clear to get the confirmation. Oh, you want to confirm the email. Hmm. Yeah, email got confirmed. And let's finish setting up new password. Oh, you have to set a password also. Okay, you have to enter a password, something, any password. Oh, your name and your last name. The first font awesome used in okay 2019. I used earlier also. I got a favorite font awesome icon. Home icon. Let's go. Okay. So finally, I tell you the process. Process very simple, no? When I click on the start, the start link, it asks for you the email. Once you enter the email, they will send you one email link. And once you confirm your email and once you fill out the form and with the password, once you click on submit, then you're gonna get this link. This is the script you need to add for the head section of your HTML document. Okay, so let me copy the kit code. So go to my HTML. and below the title, paste it. Okay, so if you paste it, you can start using the font awesome. Okay, let's check. I have pasted here, but how to use the home icon here is, if you want to use the home icon below, before the home, you can use I tag with the class fa home. If I say home, see, you get the home icon. Only the biggest process is to get this kit. Okay, once you get this kit, I mean this link will come. If you have this link, you can use for any other page. Okay, fine.
So
Ah,
how do you know this FA home or this one
yeah,
or
yeah. Actually, okay, okay, got it. So they have each icon some this class name. See, suppose you want to get this Amazon Pay. If I click on this, suppose you want to add Amazon Pay in your website, just click on that icon. So they'll give you the, see, they have given I tag with the class Fab Amazon Pay. So this icon we have a class like this. Let me just click on copy and back to here. So in place of this one, I can paste it here. Okay, so what happens is, see, you get the Amazon Pay symbol. So like each and every icon, there is one this type of like, two class names. So FAB is a brand, font awesome brand. So like that they have a separate categorization, and generalized thing like FA is available. So you can use them. You know what? This JavaScript file they have started using from recently. Earlier we had to use the directly CSS file only. We can just add. So I don't know, somehow they change it. So we had to use this script. And if you are not, I mean, one problem here is if you are giving this JavaScript file here, automated class names will not come. See, if I type I tag with the class fa-fa, see, these automated things are coming because of in the bootstrap CSS there is one fontawesome.min.css file is there already. See, in my bootstrap folder CSS there is one fontawesome.css from 4.7. So because of this file, the automated class names are coming as a hint. But if you have only this link, because in real time if you have only this link, generally this type of file will not be there. If this file is not available in the local, so automated uh, the hint is not come for all the icons. So I tell you one best way, don't do this one. So I'll give you one file that you can use, and also this 4.7 is bit older, so 5.8 something is there. Let me delete this. See, if I remove the font awesome, let's check. Are we getting the FEA control space? See, if I write FEA hyphen, sorry. Okay, if I give FEA control space, see nothing is coming. Okay, but if nothing is coming, just memorizing all the icons is bit complex, no? So I and even going to website and searching for each icon also complex. So I tell you one best way here. What is that is, you can just grab a local CSS file here. What is that is, I think I have it. You can just carry them. You can just keep them in some GitHub or something, and you can use them in your application. I'll just get it from outside. UI development, offline classes, some OPM batch, Bootstrap. I'll give you those font awesome in the Bootstrap CSS. Yeah, I have. So font awesome 5.8.1.css. That's a local file. You can use it. So let me copy this. So up to 5.8.1 they were giving, and later they changed the process. So 5.8.1 copy, and I'll keep in my CSS folder. Okay. So now 5.8.1 file I got. Okay. So along with that, I had to connect to the Google file also. So I mean Google connection, the online file also you have to connect. So let me open one file. So that link is there. We can memorize the link. The link is, yeah, this one. The font awesome. Up to here is enough. Okay. So now see here.
So basically, like previous was CSS, and right now, like before we say is
Yeah,
a
yes. It
GS
was
file, right?
CSS. It was CSS. They changed to this one. Uh, Oh, sorry. Link tag doesn't have close tag. Okay. So simple step. You have to connect to this online link, one link tag, and also one more link tag that is to connect to the local. So in the Bootstrap, I have slash CSS folder slash font awesome. Okay. So why we have to connect this Google link is to display the icon on the page. And where we connecting this local file is, if it is a local file, so that our web stream will index this file and it will give the automated names given in this file. So it will give you some automated hint. So for that we must require the local file. This is to display the font awesome icons. So now check, both are the same version, so no mismatch. So now check. See, for the home, I just write tag. So with the class, just say FA minus FA. So you got some options. See, font awesome 5.8.1 or local file. So if I say home, go check, you get some home icon. There are some icons I know, like FA minus uh, some graduation cap. You get some graduation cap icon, and if we minus something called envelope, so you get some envelope icon like this. So some icons you can just write like this, or else you can do control space and you can just pick up some icons later. Controls here, control space. Okay. Control space. You can say some users. So you get some users icon like this. Okay. If you're not sure what icon will come, you can have a search and copy paste. That also works. Okay, so I hope this is the easy one. So home, I got the home icon, and for about us, I tag with the class fa hyphen some ID badge. Okay, that is about us. Okay, for contacts, I'll give a I tag. Okay, I'll give the class call fa minus something called envelope. So it's a contact icon. Yeah, for careers, that is an icon called with the class. Sorry, with the class fe minus yeah, the graduation cap. Okay, careers, and finally this one for courses, I tag the class fe minus some laptop code. Okay, so you got some laptop with code icon. Okay, so these are very basic icons. If you want to give the social media icons, you can just have a search. Like if you want to give the Facebook, I think it is not FA, it is FAB, FA minus Facebook F. You get some Facebook icon. Okay, like if I go with something called FA minus Twitter, you get some Twitter icon. Okay, there is something called GitHub, you get some GitHub icon like that. You can just have a search in the website because I know some icons. So this is what FA minus some laptop code. Okay, fine. So this is how you can add icons. Okay, so fine. So close this. Now let me close all this.
Sir, before we move to next topic, I want to ask something, sir.
Yeah.
Can we change the font color and designing, sir?
Icon, huh?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah, you can do.
Yes,
That's so simple. 1 minute.
yes,
See, icon is all white color because the icon which is there in the anchor tag, and that anchor tag we given the color is white. That's why all are white. So specifically you want to give some color. See, for all the icons, a common class name is FA, right? So you can do like dot FA, the class name. You can just say color. So color red. So what happened? See all icons in red color. Okay, if you want to give some background color, go with something called okay, do one thing. Color white only. Background color is something reddish. See, color white background color like this, and you can give some little padding, some 5 pixels. See, and some rounded border radius, some 50%, like circle. Okay, so
yes.
like this you can change the colors. If you want to give anything specifically for a only one icon, see dot FA means it is common for all.
Common
If
for
I
all.
say blue, yeah. If I say blue violet, all are blue violet color. No, sir, I want each icon one color. So you can just select the icon
One class
specific
name.
class name. Yeah. So FA home is there, no? Only FA home you want some color. You can do like this. So dot FA home. In see, I tell you here only. If I just change this to dot FA home. So what happened? This applicable only for the home icon, not for all. So like that you can change.
Yes,
And even
okay.
one more class name, yeah, one more class name is there. Uh, if you just give FA home, the default icon size is like this. There are some classes like FA minus 2x means 2 times bigger icon. There is something called 3x, you get some 3 times, and there is something called 4x, and also something called 5x. So last 5x like this. So whichever the size you suits to your application, you can use the icon. And one more, if instead of using this fixed numbers, you can make your own number. It means you can just add a font size. So how to increase the size of the font is, I mean the icon is font size. I go with 100 pixels. So it increase. I go with some 500 pixels like this. Okay, so you can just adjust the sizes of icon also and colors also.
Yes,
Okay, yeah, right. So that's about Navbar. And next, close the file number 17. Yeah, so file number 17, as I told, we have discussed the flexbox first, so let's keep it aside and let's start with the forms, the CSS forms. Yeah, here I have already the font of some 4.7 because it is quite old. Let me delete these two links. So I just grab the new links, these two, because I'm going to use a new font or some links. Okay, paste it. Okay, fine. So let me open the file number 18, CSS forms. See, in HTML forms concept, we have discussed already the forms and form elements and form attributes, and we also discussed the online Java application form, right? So same like that, but in the problem is there we use the table structure, but here without table structure, how you can make a fancy form? Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so here there is one setup. Actually, I don't want a setup like this. I just want to make by myself. Delete this because it's quite old setup. Let's make a new setup. What is that is, yep. Let me write a division with the class call some login. Okay. So in that I'll add a form. So form with the class call login form. Okay, so in that I want some fields. What type of fields is some? I write one division for each field. Give the class called form. I go with the group. It's my own classes. In that I'll give some label, something username. Not username. I go with first name, last name, or something. Okay, username. I got a username. But before username, some heading should be there, na? Okay. So here I add h2 something login here. Okay, fine. So username, and below this I just add a input type is equal to text. I got some text box, and let's make another form group. This is username, email, and for email I'll just give the type email. Okay, next below this email, let's say password, type is also password, username, email, password, and below this username, email, password, something called phone number or mobile number. Okay, so mobile number, and let's also make some a drop down like some designation. I don't want this. I want to go with some select box. So select box. I'll give some options. Something called software engineer. So senior software engineer, and some tech lead, and some project manager.
So these things we did in HTML, right, sir?
Yeah, it's a select box. Yeah, HTML. Yep. What else you want? Okay, fine. And something about yourself you want. Okay, fine. Lastly, let me write one more division with the class call again control, form controller, form group. Yeah, it's a form group. Okay, so in this, I'll just give input type equal to submit, and the value goes to submit. Okay, fine. So setup ready. This normal HTML form is like this. Okay, I made see here. I just taken a division because the whole box I kept in division. The class called login. You can just give login div. That looks good because they're division. And in that some heading. In that I have taken a form because every form field you have to keep it inside a form, login form, and each the field set. The each combination of label and text box kind of I made in one group. Division form group. So like that I made it. Okay. So now let's convert this like a fancy login form. So here I just already used the font awesome. Font family Arial. Fine. And let's convert this like a fancy form. So first of all, if you want to convert this like a fancy form, uh, we need to know the boundaries because we should know how much width it was occupied. So what I do, the login div. So they say class name, right? So dot login div. So let me give some box shadow 0, some 10 pixels and the black. Either you add box shadow or border so that you can get the boundaries. See this much width. I want to reduce the width, so I go with width with some 250 pixels. I think very less. Okay, so go with some 300. Yeah, fine. And what else? Let me add some padding inside. So padding some 20 pixels. Okay, so padding has come. Okay, looks good. In this, the form is there. Okay, the h2 tag. This h2 I want to be in the center. See, in the login div, if I say text align center, what happened? Everything center. I don't like this. So what I do, only the heading to be center, remaining should be left side only. So we'll do one thing. Here dot login div space h2, because h2 is a child element of login div. So just say text align center. This comes in center. Okay. So now I want like this. I want username below this box, email below this one, password below this one, like that. So how to do that is, below means what? In the next line, see, username is here, and this box I want to be in the next line. You want that in the next line. So both are what? Inline elements. See, label and input field are inline elements. That's why come side by side. But I want one by one. So you can go with a block. But which is common? You can give for the label display block. No, the next element comes in block. Okay, let's try. In the form group, label tag. Okay, let's try that. Form group space label. Let's say display block. Yes, looks good. So display blocker. So the next element come in the below. Yeah, but still you have to give some gap, because there's no space around. So I go with the padding. So padding some 10 pixels around, but some problem happen. See, if I just give 10 pixel padding, the left side and right side, all the sides some padding has come. So padding will not work, because see, some are left side and I want everything in the same row like this. So this case padding doesn't work. You can do like this. Actually, padding means all the sides applied. I don't want that. I just want only top and bottom padding, not left and right side. So you can go with just padding top and bottom. So just say padding top and bottom, some 10 pixels, and left and right is 0. Okay, you can do this. Yes, you got some space. Fine. And I want to just increase the font size of this username, the label. Let's say the font size some 18 pixels. Okay, fine. That looks good. And what about these text boxes and the password boxes? I want little height and up to somewhere here I want to occupy. So what I do is dot form group space inputs in the brackets of text, the text box input. Any problem? Oh, sorry. Type equal to text. Type is equal to text for text box. Let me try with text box and then we'll add for all. What I want is, but here, if you add some placeholder, looks good, no? Because nothing is there inside. Okay, let's add a placeholder first. Here, placeholder, username. Anyway, label is there, but still, username. Yeah, I have a placeholder, and here the placeholder email, and here the placeholder password. Okay, and here the placeholder mobile number, and here also you can add a placeholder for select box. Sorry. Oh, you can't add placeholder here. Do one thing. Let's add an empty option. Let's do like select designation. Okay, select destination. Fine, and submit button. Okay, looks good. So now let's change the size of this one text box. So where is my text box? Yeah, here. I'll just increase the font size some 18 pixels. Okay. I want to increase the height of that. So height of the box. So height some 35 pixels. Okay. And width you want to increase. Let's say width some 200 pixels or very less. Okay, some 300. 300 is pull out of the box. Okay, so go with middle 280. Yep, fine. And let me give slight rounded corners, and this outline I don't want, because blue color outline I don't want. You can say outline none to remove that. Okay, gone. And what else? You can do border radius little, border radius some 5 pixels, slight rounded, but border. Okay, let's go with the border, some 1 pixel solid, some dark slate gray color. Okay, some border has come, fine. Or else a light gray color, or some light gray is there, no? Okay, light gray color. Oh, it not looks good. Okay, some gray color, fine. And see, this is applicable only for this one and mobile number. Why mobile number is? Acha, mobile number I given text, that's why. Okay. So email and password and also my designation should be the same styles. So what I do here, let me copy the same. I'll say comma for password. This is for password and comma paste it. This is for mm, email and comma the form group, but we have selected tag, so select. So yes, so I got for all the fields same styles. Okay, fine. Next, that's okay, but what about the submit button? The submit button not looks good. Let's add some styles for the submit button. So submit button, you can give some id or class name, or you can select the input type equal submit. I'll give the class submit minus button, and you can do dot submit button. You can select attribute selection also. What I'm just doing in class. Yeah. So first of all, some gap should be there. That's you can go with margin. So margin top and bottom some 10 pixels, and left and right not required, so 0. Okay. Or go with some 12 pixels. Yep. So button color, button background color. Let's go with background. Let's go for combination background linear gradient, some 45 degrees, comma orange red, comma black. Okay, I want this color to be white, that is color white. Okay, let's increase the font size. So let's say the font size something called 20 pixels. Okay, let me give some space inside, that's padding some 12 pixels top and bottom, and 25 pixels left as well as right. Okay, but width is not matching. We can give the width same as all the fields. Yes, width also looks good. And I don't like this border, because by default some border will come for the button. So you can just remove it by using border none, no border. But still one blue color outline is coming. Yeah, I don't want that also. Just say outline none. Outline none. I want slight rounded like all. So let's say border radius. So 5 pixels, slight rounded. Okay, fine. Now let's make a hover effect. If you hover on the button, so button means submit button. So let's say dot submit button colon hover. If you hover on submit button, I just want to change the background color to be something else. So let's go with some reddish. So okay, some reddish. Uh, I want this hand symbol. If you hover on this, that's a cursor pointer. So cursor pointer, you get the hand symbol, and let's make some shadow effects, some box shadow when you hover on the button. So let's say the box shadow 0, some 10 pixels and the black. Yes, you get some box shadow. Looks good. One more thing, but the background color white is not looks good, and I want this also slight rounded corners. So back to this is what the division here. Let's add a border radius, some 5 pixels again. Okay, let me give some background like a combination color. So I go with background linear gradients, some 45 degrees, comma orange red color, and some dark slate gray color. Okay, but color is not matching. I go with color white. Okay, but still this button something not looks good. Okay, let's go with something coral. Looks weird. Okay, go with something dark reddish. Okay, but it is like 45 degrees, no? So 45 degrees like this. I want like this. So go with some 135. Yeah, fine. So button, it should be reddish first. Okay, something dark red first time. If you hover some shadow with same color, fine. Same color, then don't give this line. Yeah, fine. So if you hover, you get something like this, and you can write something here. This is one way. Okay, this is one type of form. I want to show you one more form where I don't want this type of boxes. I want to just make only just lines. Okay, so you can do that also because I want to show that one also. So do one thing, a same HTML, like let me copy this 18th form back to here. Let me paste it again. 18 forms underscore 2. Okay, everything same, just even some more styles I want to change. So 18's forms underscore 2. Yeah. So I got same again, but I don't want this white color boxes like this. I want to give some other. So come down here. So for this background. So background, I don't want white. You go with background, some transparent background. But still, the border not looks good. Let me remove the border. Yeah. If I remove the border is like this. Let's say something called border none, no border at all. Yeah. If no border, you can't even see some lines out. Okay, let's add some line below this text. This called border bottom. Okay, so we can do border bottom, some 2 pixels solid and some gray color. Yeah, fine. So you get some border bottom below. Fine. And see this color is black color. I want this to be white. So just say color white. Okay, I got color white, but still these lines not looks good. And if you want some color, let's go with some light salmon. Okay, fine. So you have a color white, but still see these lines little curve happen for each line because we made a border radius over there. If you remove the border radius, some straight line will come. Yes, it's a straight line now. So here you can type it, but still this is what placeholder, right? These are all placeholders, but placeholders color we don't like it because I want a placeholder color to be something. I don't want just normal black color. So placeholder you can select with a special selector. See this colon placeholder. Okay, so I want this color to be again light some coral or something. Okay, but again it looks like something double. Okay, let me pick up a some color. some good color. Yeah. So copy this. I want this is the placeholder color. Okay, fine. So like this. Yeah. But again, it seems like double, right? Username and this one. So we can get rid of this label. Okay, so do one thing. I just want to just change like some other form. So I don't like this label and placeholder. So let's keep either one. So let me remove label. Yeah. So label, remove this label because placeholder is there already. So your designation not required. Fine. But there is no gap between them, right? So that's the margin again. Okay. For each field, let's go with some margin. Margin top and bottom, some 12 pixels. Left and right is 0. Okay, fine. So this is one type of form. This is one form. This is one form. You can just go with any one. One more thing I want is see when I focus here, no change. It doesn't feel like which one you fill up. I don't know, right? So I want when I keep a cursor over here, I want some color change for the border bottom. This line I want to change the color. That's what focus effect for each field. So for focus, so do one thing. These are all selection lights. Copy them. Let's come down here, paste. So you focus on a text box and you also focus on a password box. You also focus on email and you focus on select box. Yeah, for all this, I want to change the color. So let's change the background color something coral. Now check if I keep a cursor. Oh, sorry, not background color. The border bottom. Yeah, this one. Copy, paste it. This is coral. Now check if I keep a cursor, some color changing. But again, this color, again, this dark color. I want the lightest color. I think we given lightest color as for placeholder, right? This placeholder. Yeah, this color. So I want to give this color for my border bottom. Yeah, now check. Yes, at least to keep a cursor, color is getting changed. But designation, oh, designation background is like this. Where is that? Select box, no? Select box, yeah. For select box, then you have to give some separate styles because color white not matching. Uh, okay, below highlight. Color dark, not dark, black. But text color is something now. Oh, let's say color white only. Let's go with the background. Background color. Want to change the combination? Okay. One last thing. Copy this. Give for that. I think these are all options, right? Option also not bad. 1 minute. Select tag, option tag. So each option belongs to selected tag correctly, but I don't know why this is coming. Form select option background. Yes, we have given no. It's not coming. Change the color. Yeah, for this one, color is not working. Do one thing. Just a color white, color black. Okay, this is somewhat okay, but why I don't know why background color is not changing. Mm, yeah, fine then. Okay, leave it. But still, one minute. Huh? This color is white and this color is this color. Why? Select a tag. We give in the color white. Oh, it's a placeholder color. No. Okay, fine, fine. So dot to form group space select to box. So let me give the color. Placeholder color is what? This color. I want the same. Okay. So placeholder color is like this. When I select, yeah, looks good. Fine. So yeah, this is one type of the form. Okay, you can change the font and all this. You can make it. This is one type of the form, and this is also one type of the form. Okay. And one last thing. I want to make some icon here, right? Let's make some good icon for login because we have learned just now icons also, no? So let's make some icon and some bigger and something margin top or something we'll try here. So if you want to make some icon here, where the icon above the login here. So what you do is above this login here. Anyway, we have added I think font awesome. Yeah. So let me add an icon. So I tag with the class fa hyphen user circle is there. Yeah, user circle. Okay. So I got some user circle icon. This I want to keep it center. Okay. Or let's do one thing. I write this make control X. Yeah, one division. Give a class call icon div. Some icon division. In that I'll make a icon. Yeah. So now let's make some styles for the icon. Okay. So it is what? Icon div and icon. Okay. So go to. Okay, I can write. Okay, I can write it here. Dot icon div. Okay. Let me keep it center. So text align center. Yep. Let me give some height and sizes. So size of not division but icon dot icon icon division space dot fa. So font size go with some 100 pixels. Okay, and let's make some border. You want some border some 10 pixels solid dark red color. But this one is not rounded. You go with border radius some 50%. It's rounded. Yeah. Let's add some shadow effect. So box shadow 0, 0, some 5 pixels and black. Yep, fine. But I want not here. I want some above here. Okay, we'll do one thing. So let me give some margin top for this box. Where is margin top for the box? This one for login division. Let me give margin top some 100 pixels. What happened? Let's let it below. Okay, fine. So some gap has come, but I want this to be the center of this. See, I tell you some one simple trick is there. See, if I say here margin top 50 pixels, what happened? It came below, but I want to go above. So you can go with negative 50 pixels. So it goes above that. Okay, see, I tell you. If I give positive, it occupies some space above. If you want to reduce the space, go with negative. If you give 0, then no change. Negative means it goes above, but still I want a more I go with some 80. Oh, 8 is fine, but still, see, the background was not matched over here. That's the problem. Okay, do one thing. Here, let me give the background color is dark red. Okay, looks good. Fine. Anything else? That's it. Okay, so we got some other fancy login form, and this also one login form. Okay, you can add some icon here, same like that. Okay, because this is I hope this is quite old, and this is something new one. Okay, so this how we can make, but all the thing is, see, we have not used any special property. All the properties we have learned till now. Only this extra placeholder we have learned now, and background transparent we have seen, because to just apply the background color as uh, just remove the background color, so that the parent element background color will be applied for this. Okay, so remaining and all just same, because we have already learned all the property, but only thing is we have to know way to use what property. Don't worry, by watching this video you can just do one by one, because from where we started, from the empty page, first you have to make a design of HTML and then do it, right? So like that. So that is about forms. Let me close it and close navigation bar form. Yeah. So next, there is something called what's the time? 6:15. Okay. So transformation. Yeah, this is from here. The CSS 3 concepts start. These are all the CSS 3 concepts. As of now, what we discuss is this normal previous CSS 3 version. From CSS 3 onwards, some advanced CSS. So let's see what is advanced CSS. So first of all, in CSS 3, you have some concepts like transformation, transition, animation, else flexbox, and also this one, mm, flexbox and media queries. Yeah, these are all advanced concepts of CSS 3. So first of all, before all this, we understand the concept called transformation. So what is meant by a transformation? So general meaning for transformation is what? Uh, like transformation for human being, like a student has transformed as an employee, like a caterpillar transformed as butterfly. So that's called transformation. So transformation means a change from one state to other state. Like it was looking like this, and after some time it converts something else. So that's called transformation. Now till now what we discussed, there's no transformation, means the element which is there already, which is like that only, because only just colors and margins and padding we have given, but there is no dynamic nature. If we hover also, just color change happen, but we can't see that the button is rotated, or the button is turned like this, or the button is just increase the size, it just zoom. So these type of effects are not there as of now. So those effects come from this concept. Okay, transformation. So transformation means it will transform the HTML elements styles also, something dynamically. Okay, so what type of transformation can be happen here is, you can move. Okay, right here. If you hover, see, generally previous example, if you take the forms too, yeah. In the previous example, if I hover on this, some just box shadow apply, that's it. But there is no turn of the button or zoom the button or skew of the button. So if you want to make sort of transformations for this, what type of transformation is move? It means if you hover on any elements, it move from one place to another place. Okay, some like x-axis direct, y-axis directions will be there. It moves like that. That's a movement. And you can do some skew. Skew means it'll just turn. If you want to understand a skew, one second. Suppose generally box will be like this. Okay, if you say skew means the same box skew like this. It's not turn, only this size is adjust will be like this. Okay, so it is just skewed in this direction. We just skew like this, it will go turn this like this called skew. Yeah, we'll see all practical example. And there is something called rotate. Rotate means not the edges will turn like this. The same box as it is will rotate like clockwise or anti-clockwise. That's a rotate. And one more is there, something called scale. Scale means it will increase or decrease the size. Suppose this box will become like a bigger box or a small box. Okay, so just increase the size, width and height of the elements. You go with the scale. So movement, skew, rotate, and scale. So this type of transformation can happen for HTML elements. So how to move the elements? We can't use actually move. There is something like this. So movements. For movements, we have some two. Oh, before we understand all this, for transformation, there is a property like see the CSS backgrounds. We have a property, right? Background color, background image, like that. And for padding, margin, these are all properties of the respective concept. Again, transformation concept, there is a property transform. Transform is a property, and value can be anything. Either you want to move, skew, rotate, what you want. That's a value. Okay, so let's start with the move. So move means transform. You can do with translate x, means I want to move towards x-axis. Some pixels you can give, or else translate y. So in a y-axis movement, if you want both the action, I mean both the sides x and y together, you can just give translate x comma y. Okay, so translate means the moments. Okay, fine. Let's say about move. Next, skew. For skew, also we have skew x in x-axis. I showed this diagram. This is actually the y-axis, because this is y-axis. This is called y-axis. This is called, sorry. It's negative x-axis. This is y-axis. Okay, this is skew y, and this is just a skew. And what we give in a skew is some degrees. And here we give some pixels or percentage also we can give. So degree, how much angle you want to skew, that is skew x, skew y. And for rotate, before rotate, I talk about the scale. Okay. Sorry. Sometimes the keyboard is giving some trouble. Alright. Again. Okay. This is scale. So scale, you can give the scale x. Scale x. So scale x not having degrees or pixels, is having something else. Scale y and the scale. So what is the scaling is? Scaling is not having degrees or pixels. It is having some numbers. So what this numbers is? Suppose if you give number 1, scale x1. So increase the width of the x 1 times. It will become like times 1 time. So 1 times means no change. If I give some 2, 2 times. If I say 0.5, half. So it reduces the width to half of the existing width. So I say 2 times of the existing widths. So 1 time of existing width is same. So it give you in times. Okay, scale. And finally, you have a rotate. So you have rotate x, rotate y, rotate z. Z also there. Z in degrees only. And rotate x, y, z also there. That is rotate 3D. Okay, and single rotate also there. That is for normal rotation. That's like 2D rotation. This is 3D rotation. rotate also there. Okay, so these are all the things. So let's start one by one. So how this transformation will happen. Okay, so we have a file CSS transformation.html and we have some buttons. Actually, this is an old file. I show you. If you open this transformation, this is quite old file. So here you can't really understand the transformation because it's very basic. Okay, so I want to make a setup for you, some new setup. What is that is, I'll create a new folder, some CSS 3 transformation. So in this, I'll create a new HTML, some CSS 3 transformation. Yeah, let's say CSS 3 transformation. Okay, so let me give some separate style sheet because I don't want to write here. So I say new style sheet styles, and let me give a connection to, so link tab style.css. Fine. Let me open this file first and then we'll start with the transformation. So refresh. Yeah. So transformation HTML. Yep. So let's make a simple setup and then we go with the transformation. What is the setup is? Let's say transformation one. Okay. So in this, I'll go with some section and some articles. I just write a section with 4 articles and then we'll apply the transformation. Section, I'll make an article. Each article, let me give the class called trans-1. Okay, let's write a paragraph, some lorem, body, tab. I got something. Fine. Below. So copy this article. Let's make 4 articles. So paste, paste, paste. Yeah. Okay, like in the section we have 4 articles like this, but this is not looks good. Let's convert like some boxes or something. So yeah, in my style.css, first of all, the body tag, let's say the font family, Arial sans serif. Okay, for each section, I'll give some background color, some gray or light gray. Okay, light gray color. Let me give some padding and margin. So padding some 15 pixels and margin also some 15 pixels. Okay, so inside each article, so let's say section space article. Let me give some background, some combination background, linear gradient, some 45 degrees, comma black and some dark red or dark blue. Oh, let's say color white. Okay, let me give some space. There's a padding, some padding 15 pixels, but no gap. That's a margin. Margin again some this 5 pixels or 10 pixels. Okay, but I want to reduce the width. Just say width 250 pixels. Width adjusted, but I want the boxes to be side by side. That is display inline block. Okay, but I want the boxes to be center of this. So for the parent element, just say text align center. Yep. But still, this box is like very less height. Do one thing. So section space article space P, the paragraph. Anyway, only one element, no? Okay, right here only. The font size, some 18 pixels. Not okay. 20. Yep. Fine. So we got some setup. And let's write lastly the border radius. 5 pixels. Yeah, looks good. Let's also add some box shadow. Yeah, box shadow 0, 0, some 10 pixels and the black. Fine. So now we have a setup. So what we want is when I hover on each article, right? If you hover on article, just do some kind of changes. Each article I given a class called trans1, 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 all same transformation. So I go with so transformation one, so dot trans1 colon hover. If you hover on till now, what we see, if I say the background color something orange, what happen? If you hover dot trans1 colon hover, correct now? Each article trans minus one colon hover background color, not changing. Oh, why not changing? No moment. One second. Article with the class called trans minus one, correct only. Article section trans one colon hover background color.
So don't we need to give like article dot or any, because how does it know it is article this trans one?
No, I given the class because my next
Okay.
goal is same setup. Class I want to change because this for one color like that. Some problem. Trans one is correct. No, one second. Do one thing. Is that because of this? Okay, 1 meter. I'll change the background color something blue. Oh, something weird. If you give linear gradient, it's not changing when you hover. Why? We have changed now. I think we have to change the background color also like that only. Maybe. One second. Keep it back to original. Copy that. Okay, understood. So if you give earlier element is just linear gradient. If you hover also you have to give combination only. If you give normal color, you hover also color only. Oh, okay, something fine. Hey, we are not changing the color and all. See, as of now, what we understood is by default this color. If you hover some different color, this is a hover effect. This is fine. I don't want just normal hover effect or shadow, not that. I want to turn the element. I want to zoom the element. So those type of things. So how you do those type of things is we have a transformation movements. See, move, transform, translate x-axis. I want to move x-axis, y-axis, or both the sides like that. So you want to move. See, you don't give. If you want to give, you can give. Yeah. Below, just say transform from CSS 3 it is. So transform how much? So I say translate x some uh, 10 pixels. So it moves in a 10 pixels position x-axis. Let's check. Yeah, so it is moving towards x-axis. You say something called 20 pixels. 20 pixel movement toward x-axis. And if you give negative, it turn this side, left side. Okay. But still, if you hover this line like very faster, if you want to make it slowly, there is some extra property called transition because we have not discussed that. But still, I wanted to add it. We'll discuss the transition after this. But just to make it slow, I mean slow effect, you just have to give some transition all. Forget about this property as of now because this will give you a slow moment. Okay, if we say transition all 0.5 seconds, see what happens. See slowly movement. happen. Actually, both can be used together. If you don't give the transition, what happened by default, it's like very faster. If you want to make a slow fetch, go with the transition. So transition in detail we'll discuss in the next file. So it is negative x-axis moments. So I go with the y-axis. So translate y. See, this is y-axis. Okay, this is a negative y-axis. You say some positive y-axis, it will be like this. Okay, so I go with negative y, and you can also give both. So translate x and y. So some 20 pixels. So negative 20 pixel x-axis and positive 20 pixel y-axis. Something this side. So x-axis and y-axis movement happens. Okay, so I just give only translate y negative. So now check. This is like this. Generally, where we use this type of concepts is something like you want to display some sort of cards like this in your website. You want to just make a movement like any advantages about your website or any services about your website or some customer photos or some trainers photos like this. So you want to make some movement like this. You go with this transformation and say this type of cards. Okay, so this is called translate. Next, what you have is skew. Okay, let's make a skew. So for skew, I don't want to mess up the same. Let me copy this entire transformation one, copy and paste it. I go with this is 2, this is 2, this is 2. Yeah, this is 2. Go check. I got this trans 2. Okay, copy this. So this is for trans 2, class name trans 2. Okay. So I don't want translate, I want skew. So just say a skew x-axis 20 degrees. If I say 20 degrees x-axis skew, now check, see, it is skewed like this in a x-axis. If you just pull towards x-axis positive, it will be like this. Okay. If you want negative, let's make minus. So it will be like this. If you say y, it will be like this. If you say positive, will be like this. Okay, it is 20 degrees too much. Go with just 10 degrees. So this is skew. This is translate and this is skew. Okay. We'll see one more, that is scale, means the zoom effect. So let's see that one. So copy the transformation. So trans 3, this is 3 and this is 3, this is 3, this is 3. Okay. So now for trans 3, copy this. This is trans 3 and 3. So when you hover on this one, scale just one times, so 1 time, 2 time, 3 time like that. So this watch. So this one, I want mm, scale x-axis. So some 2. So 2 times width will be increased. See, so width has been increased 2 times. If you don't want 2 times, you can go with something called 1.2. Just 20% increase. Okay, if you want to increase the height, you go with y. So only y will be increased like this. If you want both, you can go with just a scale 1.2 comma 1.2. So that will be like this. Okay. If you want to, it's called zoom in, right? So zoom out means less than 1. So I say 0.8 comma 0.8. So what happened? It reduces. If you give less than 1, reduces. Equal to 1, no change. More than 1, increases. See, it reduces the size of it. 80% reduction in the width and height. Okay, I go with 1.2 comma 1.2. So like this. It's called zoom. Okay, fine. Next, and not only zoom, you can even add both zoom as well as rotate. Okay, I show you in the next one. Let's copy this. So this is transformation 4. This is 4. This is 4. This is 4, and this is 4. Yep. So now copy this. So transformation 4, 4 colon hover. Okay, we'll see the other one. Rotate. Yeah. So if I just simply give rotate some 25 degrees. Let's see what happens. 25 degrees rotation in the clockwise. See, this is called rotate clockwise. If you say minus, that is for anti-clockwise. Okay, and even not only rotate, I want to rotate and zoom both. So you can just add watch scale 1.2 comma 1.2. So it rotates as well as increases the width and height. See, it is like this. But this is too much rotation. Go with just 10 degrees. So rotate as well as scale. Fine. These are all like 2D. Let's see 3D also. 3D means some more effects. So copy this. This is I go for transformation 5, and this is 5. This is 5, and this is 5, and this is 5. Okay. So copy this. Paste. This is for transformation 5 and 5. Okay. So for rotate, there is something called rotate x-axis and y-axis. I show you. Rotate x some 45 degrees. 45 degrees x-axis. Now check. This is rotate x. But you can't really understand is that rotate or not. Because just like reduce the height only, but it's not feel like rotates. So if you want, there's one more supportive property you need to add. Supportive value you have to add. There's something called perspective. So how much perspective you want to just bend this card? That's a perspective. I add perspective some 400 pixels. So this always works with rotate x and y. So perspective. So if you add perspective, you can feel the effect. This is 3D. Okay. But if you don't add the perspective value, so what happens is you can't really feel it. Okay. So like this. Now it is x-axis, but more. I just go with 25. Okay. This is x-axis positive. And if I give some negative x-axis, just check. Yeah, it is negative. You can even turn a y-axis. Let's say some y. So go check. This is y. You want to turn this side, that is positive. So this is positive. And one last thing is there, okay, 3D also there. 3D means X, Y, Z also there. Now I show you. I'll give you after this official documentation where you can find out all the values. Because we are not discussing all the values here because there are a lot of values are there. Yeah. Tan 6. So copy this. So 6. This is 6. Yeah. So here I say simply rotate something 3D is there. So here 3D we have some 4 values. See number, and angle. So x, y, z some numbers and angle. So 1, 1, 1, comma some 45 degrees. If I add this all x, y, z 1, 1 and 45 degrees turn. So now check. See some other effects. This was like this. Only y-axis. This is all. Okay, so we want to understand this, how the rotation happen and what formula behind it. You can go to official documentation of CSS, like CSS transform MDN. You can just type like this, MDN. That's the Mozilla Developer Network's official documentation of cascading style sheet. Yeah. See, this is a transform property. They explain the transform property lets you rotate, scale, skew, and translate elements. It modify the coordinates like this. So you can check. If I give some matrix, matrix means the combination of all, like scale, skew, translate, rotate, everything. See, it is matrix. It is translate movement. It is scale increase. It is turn, and this is skew. It is again scale. Okay, so like these many things are there to try. Okay, so values will be here. We want to understand the 3D. See, rotate. If you just click on rotate, see rotate, we have these many. And in this, I want to show something. Rotate 3D was there. See, X, Y, Z, vertical, angle, and rotate results. 3D is not given. Yeah, perspective. You can just learn from here. Perspective. I want to know rotate 3D. It's not there. Okay, do one thing. Rotate 3D. Yes, I got. Where is this CSS transform function rotate 3D? What is this? This rotate. So you have to go with the transform function. Yeah, transform function rotate 3D. Again, you have to search. Yeah, I got direct link. Transform function rotate 3D. See here what they have given. See, rotate 3D 0 is like this normal. 1 is like this. This one, this one. You can just turn how you want. This is what we given. It was like this. We turn like this. Same thing here. And we want to understand the syntax. See, rotate 3D x, y, z, and a is x is the number describing x coordinates between 0 and 1, 0 and 1, 0 and 1, and angle is a. You can give some any angle, and it works as per this formula. Some y sine theta, x, y, z, something, something, something. If we don't need to remember this one, it's like huge formula. So there's just there are a lot of online tools also there to convert. Okay, you can just check in this way. Okay, and this is the, I tell you, this is the official documentation of CSS. You want any property, you can just have a look here. Okay, because it's not tutorial. Whoever want to create a tutorial or whoever want to start a class, they have to refer this website. Even in future, when you get some any uh, task in the company, you can just go refer any specific concept, any properties available. Okay, so I'll just give this in the transformation. Yeah, something happened. Alright. Dude. Okay, in transformation, I'll give the link. You can just refer. Okay, somewhere I'll add here. This official documentation, you can just refer. Okay, so almost 6:46. Yeah. Just wait for a moment. What we discussed today, transformation we discussed. So transition in detail we have not discussed. So animations, flexbox, media queries. Okay. So tomorrow we discuss the transitions, animation, flexbox, media queries, and the landing page. Okay, so these concepts will finish out, and then we'll start with the projects. I mean the websites, the gadgets websites. Okay, and then we'll see the resume. So that's it. Enough for today's class, and thank you so much. And we'll meet tomorrow. Okay, fine. And one more thing. Till now, I was sharing the recorded videos with my Google Drive. Okay, so I stopped it. So I just push all the videos to the YouTube. Okay, so whatever the Gmail ID, whatever the email ID you are trying to log into the Zoom, the same Gmail ID you have to log into the YouTube, and then click on that link. It opens because it is a private video. It won't open for all. Only with your mail ID it opens. If you want to share that video link to someone else, it will never open because I given the specifically the people who are attending my classes, only for them I have given the access. So those mail ID which is there in the list, only for that mail ID it opens. If you want to share that link to someone else, you must have to share your email ID and your password as well. So that's so restricted, right? So this video only opens for you. So please check what is the email ID you share with me. The same email ID you log in with YouTube, and then you can watch it. Okay. So fine. And actually, daily I'm just sharing bit later. I'll try today because as soon as I get the recorded video from the Zoom, I'll just upload to YouTube and share you the link. Okay, so that's it. Thank you so much. And tomorrow, very important. Please don't miss because landing page, that's very important because nowadays everybody using a lot of landing pages, most attractive. So that thing and animations and flexbox and media query all were very important concepts. So don't miss. Okay, so that's it. Thank you so much, and we'll meet tomorrow.